Mikerowchip here, playing Trainz 2022
Plus Standard Edition.
And this is Tidewater Point, episode 110. That's 110, in case you can't figure out my cryptic numbering system. All right, so we're here in River Point now with Levi. And Levi just got done emptying these 5 gasoline tanks here at Marathon. Now, the problem is normally I would take these that are now slated to go off map, Tidewater out. I would put them into the inbound track, but the inbound track is full. They've got nowhere to go. Okay. I can't put them on the Tidewater track because that is full. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave them right here. And then I'm going to put into Jeff's orders, and Jeff is the switcher here at River Point, that he needs to come get these before he gets those cars off that other track. So is that going to work? I don't know, but it does kick the can down the road a bit, and I'm all for it. All right, and I'm not doing rail driver because I'm still having problems with it. It's not working like I like it to, so we're just going to go easy method. Really, all I want to do is see the trains move around. That's all I want. Okay. So we are now going to, because now that's it. He's done. His job, his day is done. He's got to head back to the Tidewater engine shed. So let's get him going that way. Decouple. And then we're going to back up. With his SD80. It's an SD80 Mac. M-A-C. That spells Mac. All right. Now, the problem is that somebody's coming this way. I believe it's Werner in that one of the new engines that I bought. Yep, there he is. It's Werner. So we're going to get him, not Werner, but Levi up to this light right there. Then we're going to leave him there until we get Werner in. Now, you may ask yourself, Self, where's Werner going? I don't know. I do know. Werner is going to track 7. Yeah, he's going to track 7. Okay, so let's slow down. There you go. There we are, and we're going to stop it right there, right in front of that dwarf. Now let's go take a look at Werner. Werner, buddy, what are you doing? This is that tribute to the U.S. military one. Look at that. Oh, pride and service. Nice. All right. Ooh, look, they have a flag design on the windows. Isn't that dangerous? That's probably one of those where you can see out, but you can't see in. Yeah, probably one of those. All right, so we got to get him over to track 7. He's here now. He's stopped. Let's get stuff going. Now, what is this? What's he in? Oh, it's the Spirit of the Armed Forces. Oh, it's an ES-44AH. Something I don't normally use. Okay, so we want to go straight. We don't want to go that way. Yeah, that's fine. That is not fine. It is fine now, though. Track 7's right over here. There's track 6. There's track 7. Now, track 7, is there room to push back on track 7? Not a lot. Ooh, not an ES-44AH worth, I don't believe. All right, well, let's move him up and see what we can do. I guess he doesn't have to be completely out of the way. We can always move him around should the need arise. So here we go. Ooh. It's got like that slow start to the horn. Listen to this. It kind of goes, whoa. I like it. All right. Here we go. Nope. Here we go. Get ourselves up to yard speed. We got a red, but I understand what's going on. Kill the bell. Here we go. Kill the bell. What the heck? I say heck because I don't want to say hell. All right. Although, kill the bell, what the hell? you know, it's got more of a ring to it. You know what I'm saying? No pun intended. Okay. Yard speed's 45 with this one. 15. And look at that. It's exactly that. Now we can push on this. I'm not sure exactly what good it's going to do to push on this, but we'll possibly give it a shot, huh? All right, let's just get down over here. Oh yeah, oh, easy now, easy. Everybody take it easy. This could be a close call on this side, isn't it? Oh, there we go. That's a good shot. Yeah, not really. It's not really all that close. Okay, so now that we got it, let's see how much push we can get on this before we start scraping into this right here. We might have more room than I think. Okay, give her a shove there, Werner. There we go. Werner's giving it a shove. I'm getting all choked up about it. All right. Little bit more, little bit more. That'll do. Oh. Does it get any closer than that? Look at that. That's ridiculous close. All right, back it up just a little bit, Werner. We did not account for the slack in that one, did we? Okay, there you go. Now you're good. Now you can slack the other way and it'll be shorter. There we go. That's better. Now let's see. Did we do anything that's even worth anything down on this end? Nobody knows. But we're all going to find out. Ooh. Oh, we did do it. Look, that gives us clearance for this train right here. Clearance. All right. So that means now we can send Levi back to Tidewater. Okay, Levi, let's see what we got for you now. You got red light up there. Oh, I want you to ignore that. Go right through it. Navigate to River Point. What? Okay, don't know why that was on there. Track mark. I want you to go to Tidewater. Go, baby. Oh, he's got a yellow. He's got a green. Alrighty. Okay, so Levi is on his way to Tidewater. Are we going to watch him for 5 minutes? Why not? What is it? 10:28. We normally don't, but let's do that this time. So we got 10:28 there. So it'll be 33, right? My math is correct. I believe it is. And let's move it over to line side. Oh, there are line sides. Look at that. Is that a nice shot or what? I'm fairly excited right now. All right. With as much traffic that we have on here in Tidewater and River Point, you'd think they'd spend the money to double track. It's not even that far. Of course, when I say they, I mean me, because I could double track if I wanted to. But let's stay in the spirit of the line. Although I did create, well, this track on the right here I did not create. It went off just off map there, and I created all that stuff over there. You know, the refinery and all that stuff. And of course, in the spirit of the thing, I would have looked up to see exactly how this works. There was another guy that was doing it. Gosh, what was his name? Run 27 or something like that. He was doing a really good job, and he was running the way it was supposed to be run, as far as I could tell. He had CSX and Norfolk Southern and everything, doing the interchanges right and everything like that. So he was doing a good job. Me, maybe not so much. Although I may not be running it very prototypical, I'm having a blast. And to me, that's all that matters. I'm having fun driving trains around. But right now, Levi's not because he's long hood forward. He don't like that. Nobody likes that. As I said before, this is a very pretty route. Very nice. I've had several commenters say, you know, your next series should be coal country. Yeah, I had the same thought, no joke. But, you know, I don't know what to do because coal country would be really nice. I have not bought it yet, and it's updated now for this the latest version of Trainz. It's not the money. The money, I wouldn't mind spending money on that whatsoever. But then it's going to introduce another series on here. And I had one person say already that I sure wish, you know, the videos would come out sooner. Well, yeah, it's because I've got, 6 series or 7 series running now? And so, you know, it takes time in between each to get another version out. So if I add that, it's just going to slow down the whole process again. Not that I mind, but I don't know. Do people mind that? I'm not sure. Oh, and I got a cough one. There we go. Cough and a drink. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm up, I'm down about it. I don't know. I wouldn't mind it. I mean, it'd be nice to start another route. I suppose I could get rid of a route. But out of all my videos, I mean, all of these seem to be doing pretty well. They're pretty equally, anyway. So, yeah. It's in consideration. Guess what we have to go with. I didn't realize it was 20 mile an hour for this long out. That is a cool trestle bridge right there. Nice shot. Camera's got us flying everywhere right now. I hear a crossing coming up. I have no idea where it is. This is what we call in railroading guess horning. You're guessing where the crossing is. Did I already go across the crossing? I don't know. I call this shot Arborist's Dream. Right here? It is. Nice. Not really. All right. Let's go back to this view because that is the end of Levi's turn. All right. Put you guys on pause. Figure out what we're doing next. Okay. So now we're here with Jeff, who is the shunter here in River Point. Now we got a whole lot of cars. This is the inbound track right here. It's filled up as high as it'll go. We got a whole lot of cars sitting here. Now, are these all? Yeah, they are. They are all actually inbounds. And then now Jeff is. my thoughts are scattered right now. Jeff is sitting over here because he had to help Damon into the yard because he couldn't go by himself. There's Damon right there, and that's Damon's train that's wrapped all the way around there. So yeah. So some of these cars, there's no room for them on these tracks, but other cars there are room. And if I can get some of them onto these tracks over here, mostly is where they're going up to Cornell Canning and that kind of thing, then I can get these off of here. The ones that, what's his name, just left. Levi. All right, now is there a way out on track 2? Excuse me, there's not. But track 3, we can get through on track 3. So let's get through on track 3. You ready, buddy? You ready to fly? Yeah, and then yeah. There we go. No. There we go. All right, I know this easier mode, I really don't need the slug, but I'm going to keep it on her because I like it. back him up past track 3 here. Track 3 switch. There it goes. Right there. Very good. Now forward. Time for a drink. All right. I got extra schmut in my throat for some reason right now. I don't like it. All right, let's see if we put up to 50. It's gonna be too much, right? Yeah, it's too much. We'll bring it back down. All right, this close track are all the inbounds. Some of these I'll be able to put away. Some I will not. River Point Park, as an example, which is where all these TUFCs are going, or some of them anyway, and the well cars, that's track 7 and 8, which are those two tracks right over there. There's no room on those tracks whatsoever. But the things that are going to Cornell Canning and everything, like I said, are going to come over here. So there will be room on that track there. All right, let's fly ahead now. Make sure all the switches are thrown properly. Yes, sir. Yep. And yep. And yes. No. Yes. Okay, we even got a yellow. That's nice. We got an approach signal. Under the bridge we go. And there, yeah, I see the switch we have to clear. Let's get up to it. This is the inbound track. Yeah, okay. Just making sure. Yeah, someone asked me before, how do you remember what industries are where? I'll either name the switch like this. Of course, this isn't an industry. It's just an inbound track. Or you can, in Surveyor, you can right-click on some buildings, and you can put names on. Especially, they were asked about the UMR, because the UMR's got so many industries on it that it's hard to keep track of them all. It's a huge route. That's how I do it. By naming the junctions or the buildings themselves. That way, later on, when I pull up, and I gotta take it to like River Point Paper Products, I will know which one is River Point Paper Products. See? Alrighty. There shouldn't be anybody coming the other way. We followed Levi down that way. He didn't seem to have any problems. There are some passing tracks there. All right. Now, I've had a few questions about how do I get this switch list up. The switch list is from a rule that you got to put into the session that's called Car Tagger. You can get it free off the download station. The downside to this is that you got to type these all in yourself. But for me, it's well worth it. Okay, River Point TOFC, we're not going to be able to do anything with. Now, the question is, well, I can just leave them on this track. Okay, that's right. So the last car in the cut here is River Point TOFC. We'll leave that one on the track when it gets up here. And then the Cornell Cannings can go on track 5. There's room on track 5, right? Oh, yeah, we got lots of room on track 5. Yeah, so I can't get rid of some of these. So how about we get rid of some of these? No, hold on. Are we going to go up the hill here with them? I think there shouldn't be anything up here, right? Be a little bit of a pull, but easy mode shouldn't be that hard. Okay. Let's have him steer over this way. He's not going to come this far, though, is he? Yeah. We'll throw the tracks just in case, though. Or the switches. All right. Here we go now. All righty. we're going to want the very last car, which is a well car. Strike that. It is a flat car. It's a TOFC. To stop right about here, right with this box right there. Is it like a power box? I see those all the time. And I've watched Distant Signal. He tells me what those are. I think those are just like power for the signals up here, right? I think. I don't know. Something. Alrighty. We got an engine sitting here. We got 2 engines sitting here and here. We got engines everywhere. How many cars we got in this cut? Minus the 2 up front, it would be 43. 43 cars are in this cut. This is just simply lovely. Oh, I always laugh at myself. I love this. Put the sound on my end here a little bit. Hear those wonderful truck sounds. I think these R boxes are the ones right here at towards the end, Walmart. Then we should have some Cornell Canning, which are also going to be, those are Canadian Nationals. Yeah, there they are there. There's the Canadian Nationals there, so we're getting close to the end now. We'll at least be able to get some of these off the inbound track. Then we can stick those tankers back on the inbound track, because they're not going to fit on the track they need to go on to. Here it comes. Here comes that River Point TOFC at the end. Is that a Swift? Or is that a Canadian National? All right, how about we just don't know what it is? We'll see here shortly, though. A Challenger? I think it's a Challenger. The space shuttle? No, I don't think they mean that. Okay, there we go. Motor freight. We go the distance. I love it. All right, so let's apply this. Then we'll do this. And then I just, for grins, how far up the hill did we get? Yeah, okay, we didn't even make the first switch. Came close to it, but we may make it now, but that's all right. All right, so now these on the end are going to be, let's do this. No. That's not going to work. Do that. What the? There we go. Cornell Canning. And Cornell Canning is what? Track 5, right? And Walmart's got 2 tracks. They're 1 and 2. All right. So let's go to track 5. On a cut like this, you start to see the value of your conductor. How could you even see what you're doing right now? You're up the hill and around the corner. I'll tell you how you couldn't. You couldn't see. Of course, you could be the engineer and have a remote control in your hand. And you don't need a conductor. What is with me today, right? There we go. Go this way, and we're going back to track 5. Bring it on back. Yeah, in easy mode, he's got no problem. Of course, I don't know, though. The switcher may not have a problem going up that hill, even with the rail driver. So I don't want to speak out of line. So it looks like all of them are going here, except for this one Canadian National. That one's going to track either one or two. I think I got cars on both. I'll put it on whatever track has the fewer cars on it. Because why not, right? Even it out. Well, though now that I'm thinking about it, maybe that's not a good idea. Because then when one track, they'll both fill up at the same time, then I'll have two trains to get them out of here. Or if I fill up one at a time, I'm able to get them out quicker. All right. So I'm going to take that back. We're going to put it on the longest one. Here it comes. Now, this happened before. These are tagged as, they come up as CN. I don't put that in. That comes in automatically. But they are actual Norfolk Southerns. Somebody pointed this out to me before, and I'm just noticing it now. Huh. Must be reskin. Somebody did a reskin and didn't bother to change that. Which is fine. What difference does it make, right? Not to me, anywho. Okay, let's slow it down here. Ooh, look at that slack action. All right, stop right there. That'll do. All right. Look at that slack action. Oh, it's still going. We're shaking and rolling here. All right, come on. You can do it. Did I really stop that fast? All right, stop. Go like that and then come up here. Yep, these are all Walmarts. Good job. Now, what's going on with these Walmart tracks? Are these really all Walmarts? These are all Walmarts on track 2. Track 1 is all Walmarts. Yeah. Huh. Wonder why I did it that way. Something must have been going on. I don't know what it was, though. I back up here. Stop. All right. So what track did I want to put it on? I don't know. I didn't look close enough to see if one was longer. I was interested to see if they were even going to Walmart. Thought maybe it was an overflow track or something. Looks like track 2 has more cars on it. So we'll just pile them all into track 2. Roger, track 2. Hey, what? There we go. Stop whipping the camera all around. You know, I hear YouTubers say that every once in a while. I mean, not stop whipping the camera around, but, well, they do, kind of. Because they say some people complain about getting sick. That never happens to me. I can whip the camera all over the place. That'll make me sick. My wife and I play 7 Days to Die together. Sometimes she says she gets kind of wheezy sometimes. That don't happen to me. All right, so what do we... Oh, put it on the wrong end. I'm like, what the... Okay, yeah, here we go. All right, so Wick's Lumber are the bulkheads. And Wick's Lumber goes on what? That's on track 5 again. All right, so let's slow this down now. We don't want to hit it doing 9 miles an hour. Here we go. Not as slow as I wanted, but it was within the user agreement. The people who make the cars say between 3 and 5. So I was within the safe zone. I see the bulkheads. They're the Burlington Northern ones up there. There we go. And look at all the cars we're taking off the inbound track. Beautiful. Down a little bit more, a little bit more. There we go. And stop. Okay, let the slack action play out here a little bit. Have your fun, Slag Action. Can't really stop anyway, so. All right, so apply. Okay. And now Wicks Lumber, which is track 5. Alrighty, let's fly up this way now to track 5, which I think is right here. Yes, it is. Down we go. I think we got room on track 5. You can see the end of it right there. End of the cut that's currently on there. Oh, there we go. Back it on up. Beautiful. Chewing on some ice. There we go. Pizzow, and then it stopped. No one told you to stop. I mentioned this a while ago, but I was on that Smoky Mountain Railroad. The little trip you can take by car. They feed you on a really nice meal and everything while you're on it. You know, I really enjoyed doing. I can't remember if I mentioned this or not, but they stopped at one point. You could walk around and walk around the train, look at it and everything. You know what I went and looked at? I went and looked at the switch. You don't realize how big these are until you're standing on one. You're like, this thing's pretty big. It was pretty cool to see a real working switch like that. That was awesome. All right. Now I got to go forward. And we're going to put these back on the inbound track because we've got no room for them anywhere else. Hopefully that'll change shortly when we start to get some of these other trains offloaded here. There you go. I'm zipping and zapping, bipping and bapping. Here they come. Wow, that cleared quick. I got a whole bunch here going to... Well, there's no room for Tidewater out, right? Because Tidewater out is track 6. Oh, wait a minute now. Track 6. Oh, we got somebody on track 6. Yeah. Yeah, we already got somebody on track 6. So, yeah, there's no putting those on there. Back it up. Here we come. I did throw that one, right? Yeah, good. All right, so we got no camp, no, none of that can go on there. Third point. Is it the rest of the cut? It's the whole rest of the cut. Yep. So we got some cars out of the way, so that's nice. And then we can go grab those tankers and get them onto the inbound track too, because they have to be. I think they're Tidewater outs. So that's going to be track 6 as well. Maybe we'll call the CSX engineers in, not the ones like not the engineers that drive the trains, but the guys that like create stuff, track engineers, however you want to put it, and have him stand up in the tower with us and go, well, what we're thinking, what we'd like you guys to try to design, to just add a few tracks here to the yard, like maybe 50 or 60. And then we're going to want you to extend the every one of our businesses to be able to unload about maybe 30 cars at a time, because, well, you see what's going on here, right? Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. Like I said, we got rid of a good chunk. Now Damon was bringing stuff in. He's stuck on the loop, and all of those should go on the inbound track too. We might be able to bring some of them onto the inbound track. Try to make his a little bit shorter, because he can't go nowhere till we get all that off of him, right? Or can he? Can we just get him out? I don't know. We'll see what happens. But first, we definitely got to go get those tankers. Tankers are going to be the #1 priority. And then once we stick the tankers on there, we'll see how much room we got left. And go pick up some of those ones that Damon brought. I got something working. I got thoughts working. Whoops. Okay, here we go now. Forward. All right, now we're going to have to get him over this side now. Here and here. Yes, sir. Bring it on down this way. Cool shot with the diamond crossover there, huh? Nice. Wanted more bangs out of it, though. I wanted more bangs on the diamond. Maybe it was one of those new diamonds that really... I thought I saw that from Distant Signal. The new diamonds that really cut down on the banging and booming because they designed them differently somehow. So I know they got to replace those diamonds pretty often because of how much, wear and tear they undergo. Okay, so we're going to go this way, and I think this should be all set up going back, right back into... It's not, though. We must have popped that switch. Or, went through it. There we go. Okay, that should be it. That's Marathon right there. Here we come, Marathon. It's a short trip, which makes, it's a short trip to the marathon. Isn't a marathon a long run? It's an oxymoron. Sure. All right. I'm getting these off this track much sooner than I thought I would. I thought they'd be sitting there. I did write a little thing next to Jeff that says, Jeff, 5 gas tankers on marathon track. Remind myself of the few. What's going on? Oh. I had clicked on the top bar and I lost control. Oh, boy. We didn't derail, did we? Oh, no. We had lots of room extra, but we hit it going way too fast. See, good thing I warned the marathon people. Look out, marathon people. I kind of don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, but I was up here with the cursor, and I must have clicked on the top bar or something. I suddenly noticed that menu pop down. Okay, whatever. There we go. We're going to move these over to the inbound track, and then we'll see how much room we got left. Then we'll take a look-see. Go suck up some of those off of Damon. I'm not sure when Damon's next turn, he's kind of trapped where he's at. So this might untrap him. I'm not sure. Of course, You have to come out on the other side of the yard. Well, maybe not. You might be able to squeeze through on that other side. I know that conversation's not very enlightening to you guys because you don't know what I mean by the side and the other side and all that, but just trying to think, because his next move is going to be going back to Tidewater because there's no other jobs available right now. So he's going to have to go back to the Tidewater. But how am I going to get him out? He's going to be over on this side of the yard. I want him to get him out this way, obviously. I got trains everywhere. No, I'll figure it out. There we go. Quick clear. Quick clear. Back it up. There we go. Backing it back out of here. I'm excited because as soon as I'm done recording this, I get to go clean the bathrooms. Yeah, it's bathroom day. I got chores. Even at my age, you still got chores. I don't know. It's all good. It's easy. Easy to do. Takes me about an hour, and it's all over. Again, that's one of those things that you guys don't care about any of that. You're just here for the trains, not here for what's going on in my life. Oh, even forgot who I was in that one. Let's move to the front here like this, though. I'm on the engine and not that last car. Okay, now I'm assuming there's enough room. We took quite a few box cars off, so I'm assuming there's room. It's kind of a blind push right here. The guys up the tower would be able to help me if they wanted to help me, but they never do. It's always silence. That's all you get from the tower. Unless something goes wrong, then all of a sudden they're all over you. All right, so now what I want to look at is this. This is what I've been talking about. Yeah, we got lots of room here. Now, we can come back here. This is part of Damon's cut here. So we can pull all of these back onto, or as many as we can, back onto the inbound track. And so Damon's up here. We'll have him decouple. And then for him to get out of here, he can't go... Yeah, because at this point now, there's no track open, right? All these tracks are filled. Oh, no. Track 3 is open. Track 3 is open. I could drive him around to track 3. Well, but he can't get... Oh, no, he can go this way. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, because he can come out this way, right? Yeah, but no, I'm going to have cars there, though. Yeah, that'll be parked up. I suppose I could pull these cars out of the way, move him out. If we pull these cars out of the way, move him out, and just get him sitting up there on track 3. Yeah. Okay, I think that's what we're gonna do. Where are you at? Oh no, I'm in the right place. Okay, so we're pushing this back right here. We're gonna go back and get those cars and pull those up out of the way so Damon can get out of there. Because the only other way I can get him out of there is if he comes up this track here, but this has already been occupied by somebody else. And I suppose this person, we could pull them and put them onto this track when it's Damon's turn, right? Instead of doing all that other jiggery-pokery down on the other end. Yeah, because they're just sitting here waiting for their turn to get onto the TOFCs here. So they could come up here. We could park them onto this track. Their cut's not that long, and then we could move Damon. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Okay, but first things... Well, no, we'll leave that one like that. I was going to say first we're going to disconnect Damon, but I don't think we're going to have to. This is fun. Okay, so yeah, this is where we're at now. So let's back it up. How many cars are we going to pull onto here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, roughly 10 to 12, somewhere around there. What I might end up doing is just pulling them all out this way and then shove back the ones that don't fit. Just kind of just size them up that way. This way, and then that goes this way. Right. And we're over here. Very good. Okay. Where are we at? Oh, I passed it up. Here we go. Okay, here we go. We'll turn the bell on, but you're not going to be able to hear it. Barely hear the horn. Blew the horn a little early too. That's all right. We'll give it another go. Another go, you say? Okay. We go. Hook onto this. Now, see, here's my thought process with how many cars I'm going to pull. I could pull 10 or 12 and then bring them up here. If it's not enough, I'm going to have to go back and get more. Or I could pull them all up, see how many fit, and then pull back the other way. So, because the chances of me guessing correctly are not very good. Okay, so let's go forward now. Here we go. Turn the bell off. The engine's not going to even come across the way here. All right, so we're going to pull him up now. As far up as we can get him, and we'll see how many that is. How many cars has he got right now? He's pulling 55 cars. That's why we got the slug. All right, back up we go. Someone left a pile of refuse right over there. Come on, people. Don't leave your refuse just laying around the yard. All right. Now, you're about to see what I'm thinking when it comes to how many cars I can fit on here. And I guess somebody might have a better idea. And that's, of course, what the comments are for. If you see me do something and you're like, why didn't you do this, this, and this? I always love those. Anytime somebody can give me some insight or give me a different idea as to how to get a job done, I'm all ears. All right. So we'll pull it up. So this tanker is just about even with this power box here, whatever that is. Is that a power droid for the Death Star? I don't think so. It's too big. There we go. Stop it right there. Now we're going to go back and see how many cars fit on this track. And the answer to that is going to be about this one right. Well, this one here does fit on it, but now it's underneath this, which will foul out that signal. Maybe I don't want to do that. So I want to have this one right here is really the last one that fits on the track. So now we're just going to back it up. Now that I know exactly how many can fit. Okay. So back it up. And then once I get this one fits, this one doesn't. Once I get this car back across the level crossing, that's when I'll cut it and then I'll just leave it there. We're not going to try to get Damon out of there now because, like I said, I can just move that other train around over on the other side of the Purdue yard. So I wouldn't have to worry about that. I got it all under control, sort of. These are probably all Purdue grains right here, too, I'll bet you. There we go. Slow it down here. To pass this signal. And then we got to account for the slack. There we go. See, look at all that. Look at all that slack we're getting. I knew it. Still in front of the signal. Very good. All right. Apply the brakes. Decouple. Forward hoe. So now I know this is going to fit. There we go. Beautiful. Just get this one underneath the gantry there. And that'll be the end of Jeff's turn. Jeff, the River Point Shunter. I would watch that. If that were a TV series, I would watch it. All right, slow that down. Slow it down some more. And here we go now. Here we go. Again, I got to count for some slack action. So we will... That'll do. Question is, will that do? Look at that slack. Slack, you nut. All right, so that's it. That should fit. Let's make sure it still fits on this end, right? Should, right? Like, why do I feel like I'm trying to convince myself? Yeah, oh, yeah, it does, definitely. But you know what else it does? It brings us to the end of the video. Yes, it does. Look at this shot, huh? With all the engines in there. That's beautiful. That is the end of episode 110, or 110, as they say. Episode 111 will be a little bit before it comes out. I don't know. It's like a week and a half, 2 weeks, something like that. Why don't you like? Why don't you subscribe? Why don't you leave me a comment? And if you don't like the fact that it takes that long for the next video in this series to come out, well, this just may not be the channel for you.